Sadly, Wobbuffet, true ancestors do not have clairvoyance. That is one of the things they don't have, because otherwise they would have put a stop to humanity. Because the true ancestors hate humanity with a passion. And you don't hate humanity, do you, Wobbuffet? Also, assassins. We've not fought assassins in this Lostbelt. Melt, it's your time again. Zelrech is not a true ancestor. Zelrech is a dead apostle ancestor. True ancestors are vampires that are born that way. True ancestors are vampires that make their way through magecraft or other circumstances. And Zelrech is a dead apostle ancestor because he became a vampire, and then he gained access to all his parallel versions of himself, thus making him one of the most powerful beings in reality, since he can channel power from the multiverse, visit anywhere in the multiverse that he existed, and he also can view anywhere in the multiverse. So yeah, Zelrech is OP as F. That must be Xianyang. Fo-fo! I knew it had to be a hell of a place from the images we captured at a distance, but seeing it in person... this is quite the peculiar city, if indeed a city it can be called. Well, what would you call it? Look how prosperous it is. My concern lies in whether it fulfills functions we typically associate with cities. Those things packed around its perimeter must be the rockets Qin Huang uses to distribute the benefactions. The Emperor's gotta have more than enough here to cover the entire planet. I guess this explains how Qin Huang could rule from just this one city. That stadium, looking at its center, would seem to be the city's central hub. So far as I can tell from here, there does not appear to be anything in the way of residential buildings. Then does that mean nobody lives in the city? That's the key question, isn't it? At least that would be what determines whether or not this is a city in the sense that we usually think of them as. Even if there are people living here, I have a suspicion it's far fewer than in our own cities. Given that this world's soldiers are robots, I have a hard time believing there are any particular need for a human labor force. There does seem to be a deal of activity taking place, so it is doubtful the city is totally uninhabited. I think you'll find it faster just to go in and take a look for yourself. Shouldn't take too long even for you lot to figure out what culture like here is like. Not that they'll be opening the gate and welcoming you with opening arms anytime soon, of course. The guy who fought Napoleon. Fo-fo! I'm seeing new hostiles make their way towards us, but... Indeed, these are humans, not automatons. That's the royal guard of Xianyang, the elite soldiers assigned to protect the Emperor even in times of peace without ever being put to sleep in Mount Li. Oh, and just so you know, they're far cry from the supervisors you fought back on that farm. Okay, so we're actually fighting people now. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And no, Merlin is not a I'm actually not sure what Merlin's, like, his parental line is. Honestly. And you bring up a good question. He is a half incubus being, sealed away in Avalon for all of eternity. But I don't recall off the top of my head if it was his mother or father that was the demon. And actually, no. Thinking he's one of the most known religious. Actually, no. In the Fate verse, I believe it is, that demons are not... Demons are an offshoot of the true ancestors themselves. The father was demon. Okay. That's right, because it was speculated that Merlin could technically be the Antichrist. However, he was baptized so as to prevent that from occurring. I think is the proper... I think. Also, these freaking martial artists are just wailing on me, man. I haven't been acknowledging them, but damn. When you're a revolutionary figure, you tend to be a well-known figure, even if you fail. Very true statement there, very true statement. More guard, boys. Let's pump up attack, I guess. Melt will melt this first guard. And hopefully the second, with enough buffs here. Go melt, go melt, go! Melt them away. Oh, remember the 5th of November. That was a good movie. I remember the movie. Guy Fawkes, right? That's his name, not name, but that was his title, I guess. Would be the best way to put it. I remember that movie. I remember it pretty decently. I'm sure there are some blank spots in my memory banks. I mean, my memory from things that I've forgotten in the time, but yeah, I remember the movie. I can't remember what it was called though. Now that I think about it, I cannot remember what that movie was called. What was that movie called? That's gonna bother me now that I can't remember what it was called. V for Vendetta, that's right. Thank you, Draconic, thank you. We defeat the enemy troops. Oh! Well, now that the enemy is shedding real blood to win, we know that they're finally taking us seriously. Well, sure. Now that we're this close, it's no wonder they decided to pull out all the stops. Alright, one more gate and we'll be inside Jianyang proper. Stay sharp, everyone. So I'm gonna actually look something up here. Serbia, historical figures, fair use. I'm gonna see if I can't find an answer. You have a ton of copyright laws? That might be why then, Wabafet. Because the Lightworks doesn't want to step on toes of countries. I will need to look through this very much in depth. Merlin. Heroes and stuff. I mean, that's possible, but it's very possible that there might be some fair use laws that is preventing that. Preventing them from using it. Oh, this is only 2 waves. Easy peasy. Then melt. Melt, do what melt. Melt, you are gonna do what the melt does, and melt the foes to slag and nothing. Again, I'm not too well versed in copyright laws, and it could very well be on Japan's side of things that they're not being allowed to do it. It'd have to be something It'd have to be a question honestly posed to somebody who might be in the know. I mean, yeah, like, just going to the, going to the Wikipedia page, list of people from Serbia, there is a metric ton. Also, for some reason, listed under fictional and mythological characters is somebody from Grand Theft Auto 4, apparently. Interesting that a video game character has made it onto this list. So, Sava Savanovic. Lancers. Lancer. The only Lancer is... We've taken care of the demonic beast, so it is likely going to be Liang Yu. In which case, we need to bring some Saber powers. Oh, Proto! Your time has come, Proto Arthur. Damn, all this fighting's starting to even wear me out. We have still succeeded. We can now enter the city. Do keep your guard up. I expect we'll encounter even greater resistance soon. This is Xianyang. There do appear to be people living here, but I never expected this. Are they playing? They're all painting pictures, singing songs, dancing. What the hell? They don't know there's a freaking war going on in their front yards. Fo-fo? And now it seems we have automaton soldiers to deal with. Perhaps not. They do not seem to be particularly interested in us. Looks like they're telling the residents to evacuate. Hey, get out of my way. I need to finish this painting for most glorious and majestic Heavenly Emperor. These colors are sure to delight the Emperor's senses. And I need to sing this song about our glorious Emperor's greatest accomplishments. This melody is fit even for the Emperor's divine ears. This is what gives our lives meaning. Why would you have us leave? Be reasonable. Remember, each and every one of your lives is truly precious to the Emperor. You can't risk putting your lives in danger. Now leave. You'll be able to return soon enough. But I haven't finished my picture. And I haven't finished my sculpture. Heartbreaking, isn't it? The only thing they have to their names is a single bed in the basement. When they're not sleeping, they're working their fingers to the bone on monuments and murals 100 times more magnificent than anything you'll ever own. I hesitate to call them artists, but... So... Wow. I don't know if these people have it worse than the farmers or better. A single bed. They're stuck inside. The labor is arguably more difficult than simple farming. Yeah, I'm not sure who has it worse, the farmers or the artists. Is this some kind of bad joke? Their only subject is Shi Huang? That's not art, not by a damn sight. Entertaining each other has been a key aspect of culture for as long as people have existed. But here, the only true person, which is to say the sole audience for entertainment, is Shi Huang and Shi Huang alone. And that's why the Emperor is the only subject of all the art these people create. Those who are deemed to have creative talent are gathered from countries all around the world and brought here to spend their lives creating art directly beneath Ypeng Palace. That mean artists who wish to entertain the masses, like Shakespeare, and the artists who pursue the truth of the human condition, like Anderson, would never have even been born here. Here, the very premises of the culture itself could not be more different from that of proper human history. Right you are. Certainly Shi Huang loves the people of the Emperor, much like an owner loves their pets. In this history, all of mankind's vile arrogance is concentrated in Shi Huang, and all that remains are these lifeless, worthless excuses for pets. This whole city is basically nothing more than a giant cat cafe with only with primates instead of felines. Oh. Their lives both suck while each being a little better than the other. I don't know. They both suck, but I'm not sure if they're better than each other. As I've said many times before, I despise humans, but that doesn't mean I enjoy seeing them as livestock. Humans are supposed to be selfish and arrogant, following their desires wherever they take them. And this spectacle where they sing the praises of life without real worries is an affront to us beasts. Hey, she's glaring at something fierce. If we don't attack first, the enemy will have the advantage. Are you sure we wish to hold back, Master? Yeah, we should probably wait for them to evacuate. Let's be nice. We don't need more blood on our hands than we already have. I'm surprised. I thought for she would ambush us while we had our hands full with that evacuation. True, this is in many respects an invasion. Our ideas of what this world should be could not possibly be more different. But we are not here to massacre your people, even if our actions ultimately lead to them ceasing to exist. Obviously, getting these people to safety is your top priority. But you know just as well as I do that Qin Shi Huang would order you to kill them if there was even a slightest hint of suspicion that they were infected. Is that really a leader worth obeying? Yeah, you saw that prick was willing to do those other supposedly treasured citizens. Yes, I did. My own hometown was once destroyed by falling stars just like that. I beg your pardon. Zhang Xiang Hong seduced my neighbors into thinking they could lead better lives as they founded their own nation. Once the Emperor determined they were no longer willing to obey, Qin Shi Huang made a decision to drop a star upon their village, wiping them all out. Oh boy! Bot time! It's bot time! Tell the world there's a bot here. Delete. Let's hear it, Wafet. And did Zhang Xiao... Did Zhang do anything to help them? No. He abandoned them without a second thought, and wasted no time in sending people in another village to make up for the soldiers he'd lost. I have nothing but pity for the people who were led astray by his empty promises. They were driven to their deaths all because they were deceived into believing such a charlatan could bring them happiness and deluded them to think about another way of life. None of you could know what a tragedy it is for the people of this land to be robbed of their tranquility. Had it been possible, I would have been just as happy as never having taken up the spear. All I ever wanted was to live with my family, tilling our land in peace. Ken Liang Yu. Peace we enjoy now is only made possible by keeping people's worst tendencies dormant. That is great feat, the blessing of the most glorious and majestic Heavenly Emperor brought to this world. I'll never forgive you for trying to rouse people from that slumber. Now repent for your selfish misdeeds as this white ash spear pierces your throats. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Oh boy. Okay. His wife was Serbian Albert? Oh, Albert Einstein? Is that what you're trying to say? Sorry, I thought you were... I was waiting for more from you, to be honest. Also, I am not paying attention to Merlin. Merlin, don't die, Merlin. Merlin, no dying. Merlin, no dying. Merlin, no dying. But... So, well, looking at Sava Savanovic, it does look like, he's not likely to become a servant, unfortunately. Not from a mythological standpoint, but because two cities have claimed him as their own, and they themselves have threatened to sue the other city for use of him as a tourist attraction. So I can imagine that those cities would be more than willing to sue a Japanese country. A Japanese company like the Lightworks, sadly. Here... he might be able to get it. Indeed. It looks like the city of Valjevo, perhaps, has declared Sava Savanovic as a touristic mascot of the city and the entire Kolubara region. But Zarozji also claims him as their brand. They're on opposite sides of the Pavlin Mountain? You would know more about that than I. So it looks like his hometown and another town have tried to claim him. That did not do as much damage as I was hoping. Indeed. Indeed. I'm looking up Saint Sava here now. I'm sorry, Wobbuffet. I'm sorry for butchering your language. Please forgive me. Please. This would be fine. So I'm looking in this Saint Sava of the Orthodox. Home of the End of the World. Activate when... Okay, I did not see what those skills did. What did those skills do? It flashed by far too quickly. Activate when damage decreases enemy's crit strength when attacked. Recover all allies when critically attacked. No recovery for anybody with 0 HP. So she can decrease my crit strength here. That's actually kind of annoying. Let's get the NP charge. It's not gonna be enough. So, yeesh, this is gonna be rough, isn't it? Yeah, that was crit down. Yep, I'm looking into him right now here, Wobbuffet. Getting as much information. So his relics were burnt. He wrote a lot, made many churches. Do I have any other attack buffs here? Yes. Do this for Proto, and I should be able to take down the Yongyu here. Yes. So... Actually... Orthodox. Let's see. And she's still alive, apparently. So this same setup will do. You celebrate his birthday as a holiday. Interesting. Enemies on the ropes. We're almost there. No, I doubt this will be the end of it. We are very much in this for the long haul. Lady Kinliang, the Royal Guard has arrived to assist you. What would you have us do? Royal Guard, if you're here, then who's protecting the Yipang Palace? Heavenly Emperor said we were no longer needed there. The Emperor has decided to order us to hold this line of defense for the sake of our nation. Your Imperial Majesty. Please stop this Please stop this Kinliang Yu. Such a warrior of your caliber must know when she is outnumbered. Tell me, those of you who claim to be from proper human history, why do you threaten our world? Because it's what we must do to save ours. So you want to set the world right? That's all you Confucians ever say. How should the world be then? What is the proper world of yours like? How does your world function when everyone has their own idea of how things should be, while denying all others? How many people lose their lives to the ravages of war each and every day? How many innocent lives end in senseless tragedy? Has all your bloodshed led to even one good thing in your world, or has it just been an excuse for the next war? We fought hard for a world without war, and one where peace could truly endure forever. My husband, my brothers, all of them gave their lives while fighting to make that dream a reality. We, the people of this empire, had to build this world on their corpses. This piece of this land now enjoys was paid for with the blood of the soldiers who will never be granted respite in Mount Lee. And so I will defend it all at the costs. I will not let your flowery words and false promises lead me astray. I believe in our way of life, and the happiness we fought so hard to obtain. I don't need any other countries. I don't need any other version of myself. Allow me to demonstrate for you that this other me you speak of and I are nothing alike at all. I'm not really sure if Judas would qualify as an Avenger, to be honest. Maybe an assassin at best. I think Avenger might be giving him a little too much credit. No, he was the one who sold Jesus out to the Romans. Yeah, he told them he led Jesus into a trap, essentially. He's the one that led Jesus to his death. And he betrayed Jesus because of his greed. True, it's not killing, per se. I don't know. It's hard. Yes, he did commit suicide. Oh boy. Kinliang Yu again. And an Imperial Guard. So, how do I want to do this? Proto will likely generate his NP this turn. Let's do that first. Or not. You couldn't attack Proto game. Seriously? Alright, so we have 90% charge with everything. If we go down to 80% by using this, or we can go to 80% using this and get a little bit of damage as well. Beyond that, let's get some crit stars so Proto's arts has a better chance to do, and that will be that. Go Proto, go Proto, go. Yes, my master. Because I have heard that. I hope the Warrior Guard survived. He did. Good. So we smack her again with another NP. Oh, we're short. We're 5% short of an NP here. Tarnation. Hololive X FGO. Never actually watched any Hololive myself, so I don't really know. I know that there's one I think VTuber that might be associated with the Hololive. I don't know. That people have joked around would be a foreigner class servant, but that's kind of it, sadly. Time is just not on my side for that kind of stuff. Oh, that was so close, Proto! So close you were. Alright, so he'll have the attack ups for one more turn. Doop. Not Grand Foreigner, but a Foreigner. Sadly, there cannot be Grand class servants of any but the primary classes. No. Oh, removing buffs. That's kind of dangerous. Yeah, that's... Remove buff is danger. Danger. No go. You will not live with your buff removal powers, Qin Liang Yu. And we'll do that just in case. A shark girl. Interesting. Get that stun on her. Go Proto, go Proto, go! Go Proto, go Proto, go! And in this case, this is a battle to save the world. Oh, it's so nice when his NP can properly be used. He's done it! He probably would. It's been a while since Akabara stopped by, actually, now that I think about it. I'm gonna have to shoot him a message over Discord to see if everything's good. Because it has been a while. It's been a while. And somebody's dead. Another mountain of corpses. Another ocean of blood. Every time someone waves the flag of so-called progress, that's all I ever see. I'd hoped to never see this again. I wish I could have just stayed on Mount Lee, frozen in slumber. Qin Liang Yu, your proper human history terrifies me. Our world truly achieved lasting peace. It should have been the one to survive. But now we'll just be another corpse you tread across on your way to your destination. Tell me, what sort of bloody future do you see past the mountain of bodies you are piling up? Ooh. I guess there was no point asking you that. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what the future is going to hold if we complete all these Lostbelts. I really don't know. The only one that answers the Emperor. In the end, all I ever did was bring about peace, was to take up my spear. Come on, Soul. Just keep moving. Don't worry about her. You don't have the time or the energy to spare on her. Remember what you gotta do. Let's keep moving, Master. If we're going to find out Qin Shi Huang's true intentions, why the Emperor rules this Lostbelt, this history, this way, then our only choice is to get a real audience. Oh. Yeah. So the enemy has made their way into Xiangyang. I can't believe it. Then it's time for us to face Chaldea. This is not the end. They can never hope to conquer the Empire without first conquering us. Meanwhile, you need to serve as our advisors no longer. Qin Liang Yu has already given everything she has. So as of this moment, we are relieving both of you of your duties. You have served us well. Your Imperial Majesty. I'm so sorry I couldn't win this battle for you, Your Imperial Majesty. I will atone for this with my life. Stop that, Han Jin. Your loss in this battle demonstrates your loyalty towards us admirably. What do you mean? Tell us, Han Jin. If we had ordered you to crush Chaldea, even if it meant destroying all of Xianyang, surely you could have come up with at least a dozen viable plans. If you had been willing to stop at nothing, even the destruction of our nation, in order to secure victory, then you would have certainly prevailed. Are we wrong? And yet that was a line you would not cross. That was your limit as a general. Be honest, did you not dream about devising strategies that would rock this nation to its core? I don't think that'd be a path I'd want to go down. I mean, there's a good chance I still might have ended up going down it eventually, but still. Related though this may be, we cannot help but feel a bit sorry for you. If you had ended up serving a different lord, you may have achieved even greater glory and recognition.
Oh, I don't know about that. That way sounds like it would end in a painful death.
Lord Hanjin.
Well, I guess I'll be taking my leave then. You don't mind if I go just by plain old Hanjin then, rather than General Empire from now on, do you?
We do not. That group tried to serve Serbia's and all stuff. I would summon all servants I have in my game and attack them. That's the thing, though, Wobbuffet. You wouldn't be able to. Because it would have to be some sort of deviation in the natural order of things that would make Serbia like that. And that would mean that all of the heroic figures wouldn't exist. Or they wouldn't be able to be summoned. Like, how far back? You might make the likes of Chacha, Adelante not exist. They could not exist in this alternate Serbia. Captain, would you keep an eye on him in his final moments as one last favor to us? Is that what you wish, Your Imperial Majesty? Then you are certain of this. We are. Worry not, we have this well in hand. Very well then, if you'll excuse me, and if I may, Your Imperial Majesty, I hope you can make the most of this opportunity. Oh yes, we expect we will finally have an opportunity to cut loose, as they say, for the first time in a very long time. Alright, everyone else is gone. If you have any manners at all, show yourself. How did they get Merlin and Medusa in Babylonia? So Merlin has clairvoyance, and he's able to see... His clairvoyance, though, is that he's able to see everything that is happening at that time. Merlin used the fact that Babylon took place before he was born to jury-rig the world into summoning him into Babylonia. Since he technically didn't exist, he was technically dead, since you have to be dead to be summoned as a spirit. Gorgon was... I'm not sure of exactly how she was summoned there. I believe it was Goetia that summoned Gorgon to Babylonia to serve as a vessel for Tiamat. Perhaps. I might be wrong on that, though. I'm pretty sure Gorgon was summoned by Goetia to there. And Goetia was outside of time, so... You know. Is weird. When you play with the fourth dimension, like time, you're gonna get some weird things. But that is section 14 complete. 2 sections remain.